Hey guys, welcome back. Now I normally don't do this kind of video. This is actually probably going to be the first one that isn't a just rant about what I've seen in recent games or movies. That it falls along those lines. This is kind of a political video. I normally don't do political videos under the pretense of this isn't that type of channel. But what I saw here just happened a few days ago, and been hearing about it left and right. And I saw the videos. I had the videos. I'm going to show you guys the videos. It was just, it's absolutely disgusting. And I'm not saying that as a Christian. I'm not saying that as a pro-lifer because I'm actually pro-choice. I'm not saying that as a Republican because I'm not a Republican. All right, I'm an independent because I see things on both sides, and Republicans are wrong a lot of times, and so are Democrats. As you'll find, if you talk to a lot of people in your life, they're probably more center as well. But we're going to start with the first video here that Representative Brian Sims did before we break down any of it. We're going to talk about it real fast. I'm going to show you guys real quick right now the video with the old lady. So it's about 50 seconds long. Let's go through that real fast.
Planned Parenthood of Southeastern Pennsylvania, they have to deal with people like this every single day. They deal with people out here every single day telling others what's right for their bodies. But we're not going to let them get away with it. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. Don't hide. Don't hide. You're publicly protesting women coming to a Planned Parenthood. It's something they have a right to do. Don't hide from it. Don't hide from it. Have the courage of your broken convictions if this is what you're going to do. Everyone, this is what they deserve and this is what they need. Every single time any of us walk by something like this, we're letting them win. We're letting them think that they are right, and we know better. These people have no business telling anybody else what's right for their body. They have no business telling people of color what they think about what they do with their families, with their own family planning. This is disgusting. This isn't Christianity. This isn't love. This isn't support. This isn't kindness. This is the hiding, shameful face of those that judge at Planned Parenthood. And it's disgusting.
So as you see there, he went through and talked about things, how it's if you walk by these people, you make them believe they're right, all this other things, that people have the right to go there, they have a constitutional right to be there, and all this other stuff, and go and get treatment. Well, yes, he's right about that. However, he's wrong about the way he's going about this, in my opinion, is wrong. He's attacking this woman, in my opinion. He's just full-on attacking this woman for her constitutional right of protest. For what I see in the video, she's not. And it might just be because when the video turned on, she stopped, whatever. At the same time, how would she know he's videotaping if, until she starts shoving the camera in her face, because he has the camera on himself at first. So, it's one of those things, so she's not saying anything, she's not yelling any slurs, she's not, I don't hear her condemning anybody, I don't hear her telling them they're going to go to hell, which I guess is the same thing as condemning. I don't even see her, telling people that they need to repick their choice or anything like that. They need to rethink it or whatever. She's just there. She might be handing out flyers. All right. I don't know. It's just this is just completely, the point of this video here makes him look completely like the aggressor. He calls her an old white lady constantly, it's very clearly obvious I'm white. However, I don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic, whatever. Okay, if you judge someone by their skin color and you talk about how an old white lady shouldn't be doing something, it's racist. Okay, especially if you're a white guy. And of course, apparently he's the first openly gay representative, which again, don't care. I'm on the stance of government needs to get completely out of marriage. Marry whoever the hell you want. I don't care. Okay, so that's my view on it. I think it was kind of ridiculous that when me and my wife, after being together for years, decided to get married, we had to pay for a license, basically just to have a ceremony to be seen as legally married in the eyes of the government, which was completely stupid. But everything about this is him being overly aggressive to this elderly woman who doesn't seem to be doing anything wrong except maybe exercising her constitutional right to protest. And even then, he doesn't really cover what she's protesting. you have to assume in the video of the way he's going over it that she's protesting the clinic, Planned Parenthood, but you know, she seems to have a little bag in her hand. She doesn't seem to have any flyers really that I could see anyway. Maybe you have better eyes than I do. She doesn't seem to be telling anybody anything. She just seems to be there. Maybe she was there. I believe the next video, maybe it's all in the same area with the teenagers, which is even worse than this. But maybe it's all the same thing. Now I did see the interview on Fox with the mother from that says we were praying for the babies. In the next video I'm about to show you, and she was talking about they were doing this this was Thursday before Easter. I myself am Christian, if it wasn't obvious from the cross tattoo. Thursday, a lot of churches, that's when it's the Holy Thursday. That's when they do a lot of praying and going out and praying and stuff like that. And but we're gonna show that video real fast. And so she said there was confirmation before. So I'm guessing that was the latest. She might have been part of them. They're praying. She said they're there praying for the babies. So that could have been it. Again, constitutional right. They have to be there at the public sidewalk. They didn't look like they were obstructing the way in or out. Didn't look like they were handing out any flyers or calling on any racial slurs, any slurs whatsoever. Didn't look like they were doing anything to anybody. But again, we only have these 2 videos to go off of. So I'm going to show you the next video real fast. Here we go.
Ryan Sims here, and I am outside the Planned Parenthood at southeastern Pennsylvania. Oh, no, they're leaving now. What we've got here is a bunch of protesters. A bunch of pseudo-Christian protesters who've been out here shaming young girls for being here. Hi. And so here's the deal. I've got $100 to anybody who will identify any of these 3.
So we're actually
going to donate
to
Planned Parenthood.
I'm
going to donate to Planned Parenthood. So look, a bunch of white people standing out in front of a Planned Parenthood, shaming people.
Really
There's nothing Christian about what you're doing. Nothing Christian at all about what you're doing. Nothing Christian or loving or godly about what you're doing. So I've got $100 to anybody who will identify who this. $100. See if you got some friends out here. $100. It'd be easier if you just give me your name and your address.
Okay, now this part is what I'm absolutely disgusted with. Okay, this is honestly to me this is almost as bad as the whole Covington high school kids thing, which that kid is suing CNN and whatnot for millions of dollars, and good for him because I saw the whole video later on after it came out. He didn't do anything wrong, but there were calls to dox him and stuff too. This is a representative. All right, this is someone we elected to represent us as a people. Not me. I didn't elect him. I don't live in Pennsylvania, but he's elected to represent the people of Pennsylvania, and make sure life is easy for them. But he is openly calling for the doxing of 3 teenagers. Now, according to the mother in the interview, the one that says we're just here praying for the babies, she said in the interview that 2 of them were her daughters. One was 13 and one was 15. The other was their daughter's friend, who was also 15. So these are 15-year-olds. These are 3 years, plus below the legal age. And he's calling for doxing. Now, if you guys didn't know it, in case you don't know what doxing is when people, get all their information, like their address, their name, phone number, stuff like that. And he's offering money for this on teenagers, which is absolutely disgusting. He's attacking teenagers. And again, he's pulling the race card of white, and we have a lot of catching up to do and stuff like that. Now, I'm probably going to get feedback from this, but we have no catching up to do. We have none. All right? Slavery was bad. Yes, horrible. However, there are still countries to this day that actively have slave trade. Why aren't we focusing on maybe putting a stop to that? Jim Crow laws, yes, also horribly bad. But why don't we focus on the fact that people like Black Lives Matter and stuff are calling for black-only spaces? Wouldn't that be the same? All right. And again, I'm probably going to get flack for all that because I'm white. But guess what? My family didn't come around here until after about World War II-ish era. Yes, there's still Jim Crow then. However, it was well after slavery. But again, my family's also Irish. If I showed you a picture of my mom, which I'm not going to because she doesn't like being on the internet. She's got fiery red hair. Okay, we're Irish and we're Scottish. people don't realize, this is going off on a tangent, but people don't realize that there were Irish slaves here in America as well as black slaves. They keep forgetting that. They conveniently leave that little factor out when they talk about slavery, because over the majority of slaves were black. The Irish were treated like crap well after World War II, well after Vietnam and stuff like that. But they just try to play about race. And what's funny is he doesn't seem to say anything about, I couldn't tell with the video because it's low quality, it's like a little Twitter video, it's low quality cell phone video, what ethnicity she was, but one of the teenagers is clearly not white, and she clearly says, I'm not white, but he still calls her white, and how it says how this is very unchristian. And again, as a Christian, praying for people who can't help themselves is very Christian. Whether you believe, or whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, I don't care. That is a potential life, and it should still be prayed for. Its soul should be prayed for. I'm not going to go into my stance because, like I said, I am pro-choice, personally pro-choice, but I have, I believe certain standards should be set. Things like, overall cutoff limit. You can't, no termination after heartbeat or after you can test the blood type of the fetus itself, because a lot of times the fetus will have a different blood type than the mother. And it's really hard to say that's part of your body when the blood type is different. So I believe there needs to be an absolute cutoff rate to that. Not, this whole, close to a birth crap where someone can change their mind while they're in labor, that a lot of people are trying to push. And then the father needs to be involved. All right, it's or at least proof that you try to get the father involved. Of course, unless the case is of rape and stuff like that. However, if it's a case of rape, in my opinion, a police report needs to be filed. That's the only way we're going to put a stop to those atrocities. But that's a tangent. This is a long video rant. But at the same time, all this is disgusting. He's attacking people for exercising their constitutional rights and saying that they're attacking people for executing their constitutional rights to go to a clinic. It's just absolutely disgusting for a representative to do this. I don't care if he's white, black, purple. I don't give a crap. I don't care if he was Barney. All right? This is gay, straight, trans, whatever. Okay, this is absolutely disgusting. He should not be, a representative should not be attacking. I can only imagine right now what this would be like if this was Candace Owens doing it from Turning Point USA, or Ben Shapiro out there doing this with his phone, or even Steven Crowder, who's on YouTube, doing this with his phone. Anyone really, if anyone else other than maybe an openly gay Democrat did this, there would be absolute fire all over the place because of this. If it was reverse roles of anything, and it could have been, if it was someone at, like I said, it could have been a Republican shaming people for protesting the pro-life march or something, and it would have been, it would be fired all over the place. It would be huge news like this. This apparently happened over Easter weekend, which was months ago, and this has only been breaking the past couple of days. So it's absolutely ridiculous and disgusting. I expect better of my elected officials. If you get my vote, I expect better. And before I get all the the people saying I'm pro-Trump and I'm, racist and whatever, okay, again, pro-life, not a Republican. I didn't vote for Trump. I actually hate Trump. I don't like him as a person. I think he's kind of an ass. He tweets too much. He needs to spend more time doing some policies, even though a lot of his policies are working. However, you guys probably won't know too much about that, because every time I turn on the news, it's something about his tweeting or something about collusion or something. They're not covering anything about the unemployment rate is at an all-time low since, I think the 70s, all that stuff. So I think personally we need to focus more on policy if you're in office, not this activist crap. Now, if you see something actively wrong, go out and get it as a political figure. You need to actually call it out and do what you need to do. But these are people protesting, and this is absolutely disgusting. Again, I'm repeating myself, so I'm just going to end. Apparently, with this, he did come out and apologize today at the time of recording this video. I did watch it. I don't have the video because I could not find a clean version of the video. When I mean by clean version of the video, I don't mean like a watermark or anything like that, because I don't mind having a watermark and putting it up for you guys to see, but people, you know, commentating and editing it over. I couldn't seem to find a clean one. However, I did watch it, and I will say this: his apology, in my eyes, seemed more like an excuse. He seemed it did not seem to come across as a sincere apology, like he knew what he did was wrong. And it also just seems like a crap, get back, you know, get back before, you know, prosecution and harassment things are filed or whatever. It does seem like a quick, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not political, not cover up either, but clean up, you know, media cleanup kind of thing. But go watch it for yourselves. That's just my opinion. I know this video is long. I'm sorry, guys. It's probably one of my longer videos. It's probably approaching 20 minutes at this point. I don't do videos like this very often. Do check out my other content if you're into if you like movies and video games. And I do have some martial arts tutorials. That's usually what I do. This was just absolutely disgusting, and it angered me to the point of what the hell. So, and I don't, like I said, I keep up on the news, but I don't really post too much about the news. So, hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, hit that notification bell, because subscriptions don't matter anymore. So if you don't have that notification bell hit, you won't get notified when I upload a new video. Those people who have been subscribed for a while, thanks for supporting the channel. I am trying to get better. I'm trying to get better at a schedule. I'm trying to get better thumbnails and stuff like that. With my work schedule and my personal schedule, it's a little hard to get I have to do these when I can. I like to record when no one's home because I have a loud voice. It carries. I can wake my wife up, who works really early in the morning. I can wake, you know, our roommate up, who is lazy. It's Parsville, who's a buddy of mine. You know, we got, you know, so I like to do this. I do it when I can. It's kind of how the thing is. If you worry about my schedule, I do try to upload on Mondays or weekends and Mondays most of the time, or Thursdays for martial arts stuff. So sorry about the tangent. Sorry about the thing. Thank you for following. Follow and like, subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time.